All right, viewers, phase 2 of the Lok Sabha elections are on in India, and voting is underway in a total of 88 seats in 12 states and 1 union territory. My colleague Isha gets you the latest. Over to you, Isha.
Thank you so much, Shivan. Well, you're absolutely right. In the next 5 minutes, we will get you a roundup of all the latest updates in the realm of Indian politics. This is the poll countdown. Well, the world's largest democracy, India's mammoth parliamentary elections roll into the seconds of the 7 phases today. And with all eyes on the southern states of Kerala and Karnataka, voting is taking place in 88 seats across 12 states and 1 union territory. With several prominent candidates like Rahul Gandhi, Shashi Tharoor and Hema Malini making it a high-stakes round. 158.8 million voters, including 3.4 million first-time ones and 32.8 million people between the ages of 20 and 29 are exercising their franchise today. The polls are taking place in all 20 seats in Kerala and 14 of the 28 seats in Karnataka. Apart from these southern states, 13 seats in Rajasthan, 8 seats each in Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh, 6 seats in Madhya Pradesh, and of course 5 seats each in Assam and Bihar, 3 seats each in Chhattisgarh and West Bengal, and 1 seat each in Manipur, Tripura and Jammu and Kashmir. Now, as the country votes in these 88 constituencies, let's take a look at what's at stake for NDA and India bloc out of the 88 seats. Now, NDA looks to defend 57 seats, which includes all 13 seats in Rajasthan, 13 out of 14 seats in Karnataka, 7 out of 8 seats in Uttar Pradesh, and 6 out of 8 seats in Maharashtra. While for the India bloc, they seek to defend 23 seats, which include all 20 seats in Kerala and 1 each in Bihar, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Well, the fates of several high-profile candidates contesting some high-stakes seats will be sealed today. In Uttar Pradesh, BJP has fielded actor and sitting MP Hema Malini from Mathura. In Meerut, the party has picked Arun Govil as its contender. Now, Govil, who is making his electoral debut, played Lord Ram in the popular television show Ramayan. In Kerala's Wayanad, a 3-pronged fight is brewing between Congress's Rahul Gandhi, BJP's K. Surendran and CPI's Annie Raja. Now, Congress and CPI allies in the India bloc have placed their candidates against each other in this constituency. Kerala's Thiruvananthapuram is also a very important street there. Congress has fielded Shashi Tharoor, a 3-time MP from the constituency, seeking his 4th straight term in the parliament against BJP's Rajiv Chandrasekhar and CPI's Panayan Ravindran. Okay, for more on this, our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur joins us from the Gautam Budh Nagar in Uttar Pradesh, and Disha Shah from Mumbai also joins us. Let me first go across to Dharamjot. Well, Dharamjot, there are 8 seats in the UP up for grabs in Uttar Pradesh. What are you gauging on ground there?
Well, Isha, just to kind of, elaborate in terms of how massive the state of Uttar Pradesh is in terms of electoral representation, it's the biggest state in terms of the number of seats that it has in the Lok Sabha. So out of 543, we have the Uttar Pradesh representing its lawmakers on 80 seats in parliament. Of that, as we can see, Uttar Pradesh is contesting its elections in all 7 phases, and this is in the second phase that 8 seats are on the ballot. there are about 14 million registered voters in these 8 constituencies itself. So that is in terms of how big and massive the election is, and how it can also turn the tide in terms of the overall mandate of the Lok Sabha elections. In terms of the voter turnout, we are seeing a decent, in-stream of voters on the urban and the rural side of all 8 constituencies, especially in the suburban area of Noida, where I'm currently present. We're seeing about 26 to 27% voter turnout at the moment, even in this heat. So, steady stream of cars and local transport coming in, dropping voters. It has been going on consistently. A slight lull as compared to the influx we saw in the morning, but it is expected to pick up again later in the evening before voting closes at around 6 p.m. So far so good. There is an uptick in terms of how many voters are coming in, and it's a better show as compared to the dismal voter turnout that we saw in the first phase of elections. Isha.
All right, Dharamjot, now let me go across to Disha Shah, who is joining us from Mumbai. Disha, Maharashtra has always been a bit of a puzzle. 8 seats going for polls today. That's the entire rural. Give us more details on that.
Well, rightly said, elections in Maharashtra always is interesting to watch for, and Maharashtra always is known as a swing state, and this time around voters are specially voting with a changed political landscape that the state witnessed in the last 2 to 3 years. Remember, in 2019 it was the BJP and the Shiv Sena who fought the elections together and won majority of the seats, but this time around it's a different scenario. It has been quite chaotic in deciding the candidates, but this today, when we talk about 8 seats, all of the 8 seats are quite significant, and because there are going to be direct contest between Shiv Sena versus Shiv Sena. Here I'm talking about in 3 such seats, it is going to be a direct fight between Shiv Sena, or led by Eknath Shinde, and Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray. In the remaining 4 seats, we are going to see a direct contest between the BJP versus Congress. Remember, all the 8 seats that we are talking today have been a Congress bastion since till 2014. But in 2019, when BJP and Shiv Sena won the elections together, it was BJP and the Shiv Sena which defeated the Congress, which won those seats for decades. And this time around, we are looking at Nanded as well as Amravati, the key constituencies. It will see a direct fight between the BJP and the Congress candidates. So it is going to be the seats to closely watch out for. On the other hand, this is entirely a rural belt. Remember, for farmers, Dalits, Marathas constitute the major vote bank for the politicians here, and that is why, keeping the farmers' vote bank in mind, we have seen massive campaigning, especially in these 8 seats, by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, even Rahul Gandhi for that matter. They have taken at least 3 to 4 rallies going to every corner of the rural belt. So this is something quite significant. And if you talk about the voter turnout, today, as far as till 11 a.m., the Maharashtra's voter turnout has been pretty much low if you compare it to other states. We've hardly seen around 18% of the people coming out to vote. However, the number is quite bigger. 1.50 crore voters are eligible to vote today. There are about 204 candidates. We are expecting some uptick in the coming few hours, but that is something which we will have to see during the day.
Thank you so much, Disha, for that detailed report on the ground, and thank you, Dharamjot, also for your reportage on the ground there, for joining us on the broadcast. All right, now with the latest updates related to the second phase of the Lok Sabha elections. Now, the voting is underway for 88 constituencies across 13 states and a union territory. The Supreme Court has rejected all the petitions that sought a 100% verification of electronic voting machines' votes with their voter verifiable paper audit trail slips. Now, the court has ruled that it is unlikely that the electronic voting machines can be tampered with. Not only that, it also dismissed the need to return to the use of ballot papers. Counting of the VVPAT slips by hands was not practically feasible. And the court said in its judgment, it ruled with respect to writ petitions that were filed by the Association for Democratic Reforms, seeking measures to boost the confidence of the voters. The petitioners demanded that the manual counting process must be reinstated as opposed to the ECI randomly verifying the slips from the EVMs. Now, the Supreme Court gave the candidates an option to get a proportion of the EVMs checked and verified by a team of engineers from EVM manufacturers post the announcement of results. Now, let's take a look at the voter turnout as per the different, and this is according to the percentage for the different seats till 11 a.m. as phase 2 polling is underway. Well, we will have the voter turnout for you in just a bit, as we have the graphics here. Yeah, there it is. For the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, this is the highest turnout till 11 a.m. has been recorded in the state of Tripura at 36.42%, followed by Chhattisgarh, where the turnout was 35.47%. More than 26% of over 178,000 eligible electors turned up to cast votes by 11 a.m. in the second phase. In the Jammu and Kashmir, Kerala witnessed 25.6% turnout for 20 seats. Now, the Congress MP and candidate from Thiruvananthapuram. In Karnataka, 22.3% turnout was witnessed. While the state of Maharashtra witnessed just 18.8% electors coming out to vote. In Manipur, the figure was slightly higher, with 33.2% voters turning up to cast ballot. Meanwhile, in Uttar Pradesh's 80 constituencies, 24.3% turnout was witnessed by 11 a.m. Now, UP is the most influential there. The lowest was recorded in the state of Bihar and Maharashtra. In view of the heat wave, Election Commission extended the polling time in several Bihar constituencies by 2 hours. The poll time was extended from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. to 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. instead. Issues of EVM manufacturing at several polling booths had also been reported. Well, the tech giant Google has marked the second phase of India's 2024 Lok Sabha election with an eye-watching there and a special election doodle. Google is marking Now, as the second phase of the Lok Sabha polling began early on Friday, Google launched a doodle on its homepage featuring a blue inked finger that signifies the voting exercise in world's largest democracy. The phase 2 began across 88 constituencies spread across 13 states and union territories. Google meanwhile replaced its iconic logo on the homepage with an inked finger symbolic of casting a vote. When clicked, the icon takes to a different window with all the latest updates on the Lok Sabha elections, in which over 1,210 candidates are in the fray in the second phase of the voting.